My day of power. If this is your first time in my life, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. Those are the African traditional religions by which we harness, direct, and disperse energy, frequency, and vibration. To each and every one of you guys, thank you so very much for joining us on today. I want to say, first of all, salutations to my Madrina, to my Padrino, to my Oba, to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, and Mystic, and Adjays. What's up, my baby Scorpio? Thank you for joining us on today, on my day of strength and power. I want to also say salutations to my Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys. What's up, my Boaz? My Pisces and I. What's up, my Ryan? My Libra and my Virgo is in the house. What's up, Jeremy? Thank you so much for joining us on tonight. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say to each and every one of you guys, first of all, thank you for having the courage to follow me this far. To each and every one of you guys that have been tuning in, this channel is for melanated people. We do real magic, real conjure, real mysticism here. We talk about those things that are universal because they apply to each and every individual. No matter whether you're an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Palo, Mystic, or Ajay. No matter if you're atheist, whether you're a hermit, it doesn't matter. If you're Christian, Muslim, doesn't matter. Universal laws apply to each and every one of us. And with that in mind, the teachings that are given here are not my personal opinions, not my practices. This is going to be very important on this day. For whatever reason, you think that messages are coming directed at a person, a place, or a thing. I teach universal laws, and I take circumstances and situations that relate to your magical practice, however sufficient you are, or how idiotic you may be when it comes down to energy, frequency, and vibration. I don't care if you're a root worker, I don't care if you're a conjurer, I don't care if you got clients, I don't care if you don't have clients. When it comes to energy, frequency, and vibration, this is for melanated people. This allows melanated people to measure themselves by the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding. And the reason I say over and over again, what's up, my Demetrius Gemini? What's up, my crab cases in the house, Monique Fofo? The reason why I say that is because I've been doing the magic ever since I was 3 to 4 years old. I'm 52. I have been proficient when it comes down to conjuring. I am not a novelist. This is not my first time to the rodeo or radio. I have tried to share things with people that will open their eyes. So black people, melanated people don't have to walk into the ATRs blindly, uneducated, without some experience, information. And if you take the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding of somebody that does this for a living, does this for a lifestyle, then I can help you. I preached a message many, many years ago. You can learn a lot from a dummy. I said that my teachings are for even people that are not initiated. The universal laws apply to everybody. Now, on tonight, whether you stay in a live long or not, it still applies to you. My subject tonight is giving yourself a fighting chance. What's up, Mother Susan? Thank you, Demetrius, for that super chat. Giving yourself a fighting chance. And what I have strived to do is to be transparent, honest, and upfront about my spirituality, how long I've been doing particular conjures, to understand that I utilize both of my hands, the left path and the right path. I've always been honest about that. When I set out to be an example, I have never strived without the understanding of counting up the cost. That's how I teach. That's how I believe. I don't teach you something that I don't practice or I don't implement in my own personal life. If I wouldn't tell it to my children, I got 3 boys, I'm not going to tell it to you. If I wouldn't share it with my sisters and my brothers, I'm not going to share it with you. This is not my public policy to be in the ATRs. This is universal knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I don't care if you're young. I don't care if you're old. I don't care if you're rich. I don't care if you're poor. It applies. One of the things that I see with melanated people is they don't put themselves in position to have a fighting chance. This is why I don't practice or believe in procrastination. This is why I don't believe in laying down late. I believe in getting up early because I believe that the early bird gets the worm. When you want to accomplish something in life, I don't care if it's natural or spiritual, you, sir and ma'am, have a decision to make. You can give yourself the best fighting chance to actually fulfill what you're going after, or you can make it extremely hard for yourself and then give up in the process because you did not prepare yourself for victory. I'm going to say this again. I was going through my healing when I got diagnosed and what I went through in the hospital, what I went through with the medication. When I decided, no one else made this decision. This is why I teach people real magic starts with a decision. Either you're going to choose life or choose death. You're going to choose blessing or cursing. This is why people get offended with me, because they don't give themselves a fighting chance. And I ask this repeatedly. When I made the decision that I said, I do not want this anemia, this situation, to rob me of the quality of life. From that point on, me making a conscious decision, that's when the spell, that's when the incantation, that's when the conjure began. And I began to adjust myself through circumstance, through situations, things that I did not like that I was going through, and things that I didn't have a problem going through. Too many of you guys are trying to do conjure without making a decision and owning that decision when you make it. You try to make the outcomes and the events that come along with your decision about that, when the real thing is, did you make up your mind before you got started? You cannot lose weight until you make up your mind. And I tell people, you can't do stuff and anything for somebody else. You can't do it to prove anything to nobody else. You're not going to last. Whatever fuel you're fueling your desires with, depending on what it is, you're going to run out of fuel. You're going to run out of gas. If you start something for the wrong reason, you're going to end up wrong. If you want victory in your life in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, get your tools. Your tools give you an opportunity to fight the good fight of faith. Get your knowledge, your wisdom, your classes, whatever knowledge you can get. It's going to put you in a perception that's going to give you a fighting chance to see that thing come to pass. Right now, I'm in the process of detoxing my lungs and my sinuses. If you don't think that Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. is tired of drinking tea after tea after tea, you're sadly mistaken. But you know what I'm not tired of? The results. If you're not thinking that I'm tired of taking tincture after tincture, because this is a ritual. This is something you're going to do over and over and over, long before you ever decide to not be excited about what you're doing. When you do spells and you do rituals, you do them because they're part of the process, not because you're excited to do it, not because you're excited to pick up a book, not because you're excited to take notes. See, when all the zeal is gone, when the excitement and the butterflies about Ifa, Voodoo, Santa, whatever it is, it's a lifestyle. I keep saying this because just because you're excited does not mean that Ifa is anything less than what it was when you are no longer excited about Ifa. Voodoo is still a science. Even though you don't have the resources to operate in voodoo, still a science. You don't sit down and know where you are economically. Give yourself a fighting chance. I go out my way and to show you what it costs to be in Ocha, what it costs to be in Hoodoo, what it costs to be in Palo, what it costs to be a root worker. And you don't give yourself a fighting chance to see what voodoo can really do for you. What your membership can really do for you. Because you make it all about getting a house. You make it all about getting the car, getting the man, getting the woman. You thought the whole fight was about just getting it and not realizing you got to keep it. I talk real talk to people. Considering certain man, whether you got kids, whether you got a family, you don't sit there as a grown man and grown woman. What's up, my Natasha Foster, my Aquarius, aphrodisiac in the house? You don't sit there as a grown-ass man or woman and say, I got to take care of my kids. And knowing that the numbers are not adding up. Whether you go back to school to meet those numbers or surpass those numbers, whether you get a second job to meet those numbers or surpass those numbers, whether you sell some ass to meet those numbers. Do you understand? That's anything in life. You don't sit there and not count up the cost before you start this spiritual journey. Before you ask for certain manifestations. Before you start calling any spirit outside of yourself, you need to sit down and first commune with self. Every time I've seen any presidential candidate running for the president, it don't matter if they win or lose. They have to consult with their family and their team. Because everybody is going to be impacted. I don't care if you're on the independent side. I don't care if you're a Democrat, that Democratic side, or a Republican. Everybody has to do it. Whether you last 3 months or whether you bring it all the way home and win the presidency. There are certain things you got to give yourself the best fighting chance to win. And a part of that is money. Currency. How you gonna be successful in the Ifa Voodoo Sanctuary and you ain't? How you gonna be successful in going to school without no revenue? Whether you paying out of pocket or whether you getting this a grant or whether you getting a loan. Money got to come from somewhere, and you got to be able to accommodate yourself financially because you can't go to class hungry. I don't know where you getting all this from, but it ain't coming from me. I don't just magically twitch my nose and say, I want this. I burn incense like everybody else. I burn these same incense. When I want certain manifestation, I am consistent. I'm lighting candles. I'm going to the cemetery. I am going to the crossroad. I am going to the mountain. I am in the valley. I go to the river. Wherever I need to go, I give myself a fighting chance. I change my probability. The better I get, the more I do. The more time I have, the more time I invest. Because I realize I can't just say I want it. I got to show I want it. I have never got initiated in anything and thought that was going to fix my problem. I have never got into any pantheon and thought it was going to fix my problems. Just like I didn't go to Home Depot or Lowe's and think because I bought a rake, it was going to rake my yard without my assistance. I knew before I went to college that whatever degree or whatever skill that I learned, I was going to have to come out here and make it do what it do. I didn't think in my mind, because I'm degreed, that automatically grants me finances. I still had to came out here in life and start swimming. And the more tools I had, the harder I had to swim. I don't know why y'all think the more tools you got, the less you got to do. I thought it said much is given, much is required. The bigger your house, the bigger your responsibility. The larger your territory, the more you got to guard and protect. I don't know how you got more, meaning less. The more children you got, the more money you need to make to cover those children. The more those children have grandchildren, the more you got to do. I'm trying to figure it out. The more you want to be a godparent, you're going to have God kids. Where are you going to put them? You want to start a covenant. Where your covenant going to be? Where you going to do your rituals? Why don't you have a plan? You just want to have sex, but you don't want to find you grown and you still having sex in the bushes. I don't care if you're a Pisces. I don't care if you're a Gemini, Leo, fixed sign, cardinal sign, or mutable. Give yourself, melanated people, a fighting chance. Put yourself in position, whether it be by education, whether it be by gaining tools, whether it be by investing wisely. I'm not bringing up about the 5 foods for no reason. Things are going to happen in life, whether it was going to be Donald Trump or just life. We still in a racist society. How many tools have you gotten that puts you in, give you a fighting chance to overcome the effects of racism? Let's just pick a poison. When are you going to figure out and get an antidote for the very poison that you are already aware of? We're not even talking about the poison that you know not of. We're talking about the things that go on every day in life that you need to have certain tools to be able to navigate this thing called life. That you don't have to be stressed out every single day because of certain things. I'm trying to understand if I got to do it as the chief. Like Yahshua said, if they're doing it to the green tree, what about the dry? Chance means opportunity. Fighting chance means that you're going to be assertive. You're going to assert yourself in a way that puts you in the best of positions to get your financial breakthrough, to get your healing, to get your relationship, to get your business. Just because society is doing their thing, we as spiritual beings, melanated beings, chaos beings, believing beings, should be in the best of position because we process light energy better than any other creature. And black woman, you are the creator of this fucking universe. You don't have time to be looking at Mr. Numbnuts. You don't have time to be entertaining other women with their bullshit. You got to get in position to give yourself the best fighting chance to overcome the bullshit that's coming down for the pike. Black man, I don't know why you think you don't need to have your tools. I don't know why you don't think you need to be getting off your ass. Let me tell y'all something. I am learning more about herbs in the medicinal part than I have ever known in my life. Not only I'm giving myself a fighting chance, my children, anybody, my tribe. Because when you can't buy it in a store, you need to fucking know where it is in nature. Just like you need to know where Oshun is in nature, just like you need to know where Ezeli Dontor is in nature. Just in case. You can't pick up your goddamn Bible. You need to have it written in the tables of your heart. Your Merkaba needs to become your weapon. Your body needs to become your weapon. Your mind, your words, your actions. The weapons of mass destruction is right here. We're chaos being. But we're not giving ourselves a fighting chance to reclaim our standing in this universe. Not just this world, not just this timeline. We think we got, I don't know, we got time that we don't have. When these Caucasians are doing everything they can to neutralize our successes, the strides that we have made in this country, when they're trying to dull the knife of the rights that we have already fought for, not going to fight, already fight, and they're rolling them back. Sir, you can't beat up nobody in your household. You can't whoop your wife ass. You can't whoop your children ass. Like, what are you waiting on? I'm trying to figure out how you going to defend yourself. Give yourself a fighting chance. Some of you are refusing to be a good steward over what God has given you. You're going to do the fuck up all the way to the end until it costs you like never before. Let me tell you something. I said this before and I'm going to say it again. You either pay now or you're going to pay later. With somebody that is 50 years old, normally when you end up paying later, you pay more. If you think it costs now, wait till later and try to do it. It's like going to college or leaving college or not going to college right away. It's hard to get back on the saddle. If you don't do it while you are already in the flow or got the momentum to do it, normally, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's a lot more difficult to come back 20 years later and finish your degree. People done did it. Some people wait till they got in their old age. But what they can't say is that it's a lot easier. It's harder. Not impossible. I don't know what book you read. I know you didn't get it from the Bible. So whatever book you read, even if I haven't read it, the Emerald Tablet, the Dead Sea Scroll, none of that promise you an easy life. I don't know where black people getting the word easy. It says my yoke is easy and my burden is light. That's if you abide in him. He'll lift some pressure off you. But there's no initiation guarantees you for the easy life. I'm trying to figure out melanated people. Since I'm like Job saying I'm born unto trouble, why would I go and make trouble more than what I was born with? The reason why I'm saying I'm not a problem maker is because I educate myself as much as I can so I can make the appropriate decision to put myself in the most stressless situation possible. That's why Demetrius says, I'm the hardest working man in country. Well, I already know what I got and I already know what I don't have. So why would I sit on my ass? I don't care how fine I think I am. I'm getting off my ass and doing what I'm supposed to do in the season I'm supposed to do, in the cycle that I'm supposed to be doing it. Not wasting time, not putting off today for tomorrow. This is why your manifestations are so goddamn weak. And some of them are not consistent. They are not strong and they don't have longevity. You don't have a perpetual blessing. You have a shower here and a shower there and a shower there. That takes work. That's making sure that your pipelines are clear. Just like your arteries, just like your veins. Why aren't you giving yourself a fighting chance? I didn't say give me a fighting chance. I have offered all kind of ceremonies to give black people a fighting chance. The 13th circle, y'all sitting on y'all ass like you can afford. Matter of fact, the truth of the matter, you can't even afford Haitian voodoo. Let's start right there. You can't even afford Ocha. Some of you were smart enough to get my talisman when they were $100 donation, and you were smart enough to get it even when it was $300. You can't get my talisman, none of them. Obatala, Shango, Ilegba, for nothing less than $900. Where do you think it's going after $900? I spent tens of thousands of dollars in Ocha. And because you supported me, some of y'all were wise enough to get those talismans, because those talismans are going to get stronger and stronger because my reaches are getting stronger. That's, to me, you're giving yourself a fighting chance. You don't have to be initiated to receive something from a sendero. I'm crowned. You don't have to be a part of scratching Impalo to benefit. Why aren't you giving yourself a fight? Why aren't you working your memberships? Oh, I didn't know it was going to cost like that. It's precisely because I wanted you to have the experience, because without having the experience, you don't have an idea what Ifa costs, or what voodoo costs, or what a 4-bedroom house costs on the beach, or a trailer on the riverside can cost you just as much money as a brick house. Inland. I gave you an opportunity to get a real financial idea what it would cost to actually operate in those particular traditions. And what you should have did, made a decision. No, I can't afford that, but I respect it. Whoever's in there, I give them the utmost respect because I couldn't maintain. No, you bitch out, you drop out, and you make it about everybody else in those religions because you could not fucking keep up. That's all it is. Because you didn't put yourself in the most best possible position to become successful in any guy. You failed at Christianity. You failed at Christianity with the I am statement. You couldn't even become a son of God, a daughter of the Most High. Not even in Christianity. You were fucking off with distraction, with trying to be like this person and that person, and you never developed. And that same attitude, start and stop attitude, that's why you still running around, oh, voodoo is strong, more powerful than conjure or root word, because you don't understand that you are the power, you are the generator, and depending on how you have developed is how much power you can call down. See, my Padrino is not melanated like me. He's not ascending. He brings back down Obatala, but not like I can. I can bring their reaches down because I can go where they are. I can ascend. I'm a child of Oya. Oya is the only Orisha that can go from heaven to earth. So spirituality is not just spells, but travel. That you utilize many aspects of your divine being to manifest, to astral project, to be in a company. Like Paul said, I was caught up at the third part of heaven. When John the Baptist, the Apostle John, was in Revelation and was talking about things he couldn't even speak of. I'm not looking for somebody to do something for me they can't even do for themselves. I'm not living by their blueprint because I'm the fucking blueprint. See, if you really knew who you were, you would give yourself a fighting chance. And you would understand why you shouldn't expect certain things. Because they can't give you what they don't have. Even if they were doing right by you. A parent that did not much in their life cannot give you a lifestyle that you feel like you so richly deserve. Because they didn't even give it to themselves. I gave myself a fighting chance to be able to raise my 3 kids. I made adjustments. I worked my ass off. I went without eating sometimes. I jeopardized my health and well-being. Do you understand? This is why I demand my respect. I don't beg or I don't act, and there is no fucking negotiation. Negotiation took place when I made the sacrifice to make sure you had what you needed. I provided what you had need of and your wants. And I put up with your bullshit. So I did all the negotiation when you couldn't do for yourself. Now that you're grown, I ain't gonna take nothing off your ass. When I went through the process of these spiritual traditions, what the fuck I look like taking something off of anybody? Explain that to me. What was the purpose of going through all of that? That I would not give myself a fighting chance to defend myself. When the Etah came and they were speaking about the great wars that I was gonna have to go through, and that I needed to reinforce my Ogun. I needed a bigger Ogun. I needed a bigger Ogun than Mario, son of Ochosi, had. You know what I did? Tribe, you know what I did? People that keep watching me, I got off my fucking ass. And I went and got the best tools that I could find to put in that ceremony for Ogun. That's why my Ogun is not nothing to be fucked up with. See, I give myself, I don't know what you're looking for in life. I give myself a fighting chance when it comes to any aspect, when it comes to Samuel Lee Ely Jr. I don't even want to put Chief on there. I don't even want to put Apostle on there. I don't want to say Tata, none of that. I want to say Samuel Lee Ely Jr. Government name. And anything I strive and achieve that gives me handles on that name, you most certainly think and know that I'm going to give myself the fighting chance as the apostle, as the chief apostle. Whatever title, I'm going to always, and that's what I teach. I pay attention to how serious people are when it comes to their livelihood. I watch people. If it wasn't going on, I wouldn't talk about it. I watch people work hard to get things that they are not willing to work hard to protect. What's the purpose of getting a chicken coop when you gonna let the goddamn fox come in there and eat up all your chickens? If you ain't willing to fight that goddamn fox, what is the point of getting the chicken coop? Make it make sense. My sister, when she got her chicken coop, she was worried about goddamn possum was getting in there. You don't know what you're gonna have to fight to have what you want. Oh, y'all ain't trying to hit me. I said, you don't know what kind of predator that you're gonna have to contend with to stand your goddamn ground. When you looking for the giants, and here come a fucking midget talking about whooping your ass and taking what God has given you. Are you gonna put up a fight? I'm gonna get on my knees and rock that motherfucker. Midgets are strong. Don't underestimate a midget. A druid. Let me tell you something. When life is real to you, then you want to hear real talk. You want to have real actions. You want to see real manifestation. The mere fact that what I display does not excite you, doesn't cause you to want to endeavor more in your energy, frequency, and vibration, as a melanated man or woman, that's not my problem. That's a personal problem. What I teach is going to stand whether I'm here or not. There's videos that I got, they're going to be going, people going to look at it 20 years from now and say that man he knew what he's talking about. People will see me 20 years, 30 years later and say he knew what he was talking about. Because universal law is for everybody. The ones in the past, the one in the present, and the one in the future. The God that I serve is a God which was, is, and is to come. Past, present, and future at the same goddamn time. Whether you young or old on this timeline, it's for your ass too. What you do in your life, you should be learning how to give yourself a fighting chance. And one of those fighting chances that I've been teaching over and over is, in all your ways, acknowledge God, for he shall direct your path. I don't know what it is about this that black people don't listen. It said in all your ways, not some, not a few. You ain't got no goddamn business starting anything that you have not acknowledged your divine. Your divine God, divine goddess, your ancestors, your ego. Why are you making moves and making statements without consulting your team? I want you to, whether you're in root work, conjure, or mysticism, whether you're starting a business or starting a family, why the fuck you ain't sit down with your team and talk about your decision before you get out there? I consult with my team about everything. That's even down to go and get a piece of ass or a couple of pieces of ass. Because you say you'll never leave me or forsake me. So I'm going to take you wherever I go. And you know where I'm going. So you better go ahead and protect me. Because I'm going. It's in all your ways. I don't care if you're going north, south, east, or west, or whether you're standing still. You should be acknowledging your Egun, your ancestor, in all your ways. And guess what? This is what black people don't like. It said, and he will direct your path. Do you know what a director is? You're not the director of your decisions. Whatever way you go, God gonna tell you which way to go. You don't say I'm going to climb the mountain, because if God wants your ass to walk around the river, that's what you're gonna do. If your egg gonna say we're going this direction, I advise you to follow them, because you don't want to keep claiming you're being led by the Spirit. And based off of your losses, we can tell God did not send you down there. He didn't send you to Joppa. He sent you to Nineveh. You think by being a sovereign goddess or God that you already you don't remember. So let me remind you. You gave a contract with your spirit team, and their job is to guide and lead you in this life with this body. You owe a responsibility to commune with them before you do shit, before you say shit, and before you go out there and start fucking in some shit. Because if they got to get their hands dirty, you should at least give them the decency to acknowledge you will need their help. But you claim to be spiritual. You claim to want to be spiritual. You claim to want to be powerful in these ATRs, in these spiritual streets. You want respect. Then put yourself in a position to be respected. Stop walking around here acting like a goddamn fool. Stop walking around here like a chicken with your head cut off. Stop walking around here, your ass been on this earth in the 90 years, and you ain't got nothing to offer. Director is the spirit, God or goddess, or your ancestor or angels. The angel led Peter out of prison. The spirit trying to lead you out your situation, your affliction, your snares, your deliverance, your breakthrough. But you ain't a good follower. That angel looking around, where the fuck is, where is she? Where is he? I told him to follow me this way. How you gonna be led by Egun? I don't even get up and determine what I'm gonna say. Cause how the fuck I know what to say? How am I gonna know what God people need? Except the God that I serve give me a word. You so goddamn smart till you stupid as fuck. How do you know what tomorrow gonna hold? Why aren't you acknowledging your spirit so they can tell you, no, go down 95, go down Turnpike? When them people pose a question to Jesus about who did he get tribute to, and he said, render to Caesar what is Caesar and to what God is God, he was able to sin because he is the I am. And he's being guided. And he guided Peter right on down to that fish at the bank. And he said, when you get down there, it's going to be a fish. And he said, the goddamn money? He ain't say like I'm saying it. He said it's in the mouth of that fish. He ain't say going through the asshole of the fish. He ain't say gut the fish. He said it's in the mouth. This is why I don't understand how the spirit leading you. And you ain't found your treasure trove. Not yet. You still got a treasure map and you ain't located your treasure yet. Make it make sense. Everybody in the spirit world that's working for you. In the visible world. Apostle, you live in the visible world working for you. And you still trying to walk by sight rather than discerning spirit. Help me give yourself a fighting chance. Develop your psychic ability. Develop your conjure. So you can be at least tapped into your ego, your spirits. So you can be led in this life. So you can have more confidence. And you won't be so easily shaken by circumstance, situation, or events. You will have the security within thyself as an air sign, as an earth sign, as a water sign, as a fire sign. I can't give you security. I can't give you confidence. Let me tell y'all what you're messing up. My teachings are teachings that I live. You quoting what I'm saying does not give you the experience of the lived experience of what I said. Because I actually believe the words that are coming out of my mouth. I actually practice the things that I teach about. I'm not sampling the ATRs. I'm going to say that again. I am not sampling. Let me take a little bit of voodoo. Let me take a little bit of hoodoo. Let me take a little bit of this and a little bit of that. That ain't what I'm doing. I'm living this shit as a fire sign. And I believe I'm doing quite well in exhibiting. And see, I'm going into my 401k and I'm going to get me some real money out of there so I can get what I need to get done, because you're out here bullshitting. And I'm not going to get caught with my pants hanging down unless I'm fucking. Life should not be catching you with your pants down, sir. Your pants down, ma'am. Your dress up, sir, or your dress up, ma'am. Don't give a damn what you could be a cross-dresser. Get it together. You should not be out here as a melanated man or woman getting caught like that. Giving yourself a fighting chance. You already know they're coming for you. Why not be ready when they come? She be coming around the mountain when she come. Yeah. She be riding 6 white horses when she come. They even letting you know how they coming. Project 2025. They even announced this shit to you. And they're doing it by the playbook. The coach had you in the studying the playbook of your opponent. And you got you a goddamn nap. The coach went out, got the film, got the feed, and instead of you being a disciple and a student of your game or your craft, you took a nap. Just like the rabbit. Because you wasn't worried about the targets. It ain't gonna come right away. You don't know when the fuck they ain't gonna drop. In all your ways, sir and ma'am, I love being prepared. Because me being prepared puts me in the driver's seat. So many of you guys are doing things in your life that put you in the passenger seat, and some of y'all so fucked up, it put you in the back seat with a seatbelt on. And what I'm encouraging you, I want you to understand it's your life. And you melanated, and you, especially you got the melanin, the pigmentation that I got, and you out here fucking around as a black man or a black woman. Your hoodoo got to be hidden. Your voodoo got to be hidden. Your conjure got to be hidden. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Give yourself a fighting chance. If you're going to read your Bible, you better work that goddamn Bible. You better be able to flip that judge's name in that Bible and fold his ass or her ass in there. Whether it's federal, state, or county, or circuit. That's why I ain't worried about my Latino people. You so busy trying to be adjacent to whiteness, you gonna fuck around and find out you ain't got enough power to work that culture. You were so busy bleaching your skin and trying to fuck white that you gave up your melanin. And now that you need some real power from the universe. And now that I understand people, you claim that other people are more powerful. You a goddamn lie. Science disputes those. We in the age of Aquarius. We're talking about facts. Melanin is the highest form of energy, frequency, and vibration in the fucking universe. Not just in America. And if you doing powerful conjure as a semi-melanated person, I guarantee your Infumbe, I guarantee those spirits you working with are black people. I bet you that. I bet they're black gods. Because you need melanin to work that conjure. I guarantee you, if him or her hitting strong, I bet it's a black spirit in that conjure. They'll ensnare some black man or black woman to work their magic. Because it got to be melanin. Melanin is scientifically proven. Carbon is the building block of life. Carbon. And we are carbon. And we house energy like no other creature on earth. And the black woman, most so. Most certain. So, on tonight, ladies and gentlemen, give yourself a fighting chance. First of all, let your ego, your spirits, direct your path. And anything you have need of, I was talking about baby Scorpio. And she made a decision one way and she was worried about it. I said, no. When you look out for your child, God gonna make a way for you. My mom just always tell me and my sister that. She said, if I make sure you eat, I'm gonna have a chance to eat. When you look out for the least, it's a good chance you're gonna end up looking out for yourself. When you think about only you ain't gonna be prepared. But when you think about others and you understand the collective, and we're in the age of Aquarius, so being humanity and being humane is gonna be very, very important. Don't get fucked up trying to mess up humanity. We in the age of Aquarius. 2,000 years. It ain't gonna change. You can reincarnate 3, 4, 5, 6 times and you still gonna be in Aquarius. I'm giving you knowledge wisdom and understanding. You can play with your currency while you got it. Tomorrow don't mean you're gonna have it. And it's best to already have what you got under your toolkit than to be out here trying to get it. And what I'm trying to do is get in position because there's gonna be a whole lot of chaos. And I'm gonna try to secure my tribe and the people that God placed under my care. I'm gonna try to secure that. That's what I'm gonna be working on. Cause they coming down. And just because it's raining don't mean you have to get wet if you get prepared. Just because it's hot outside don't mean you have to be hot if you prepare. Just because it's cold outside, whatever the conditions is. I've been on earth for 52 years. I've been being guided by my spirits. And they have not led me astray. They haven't left me hanging. And some of you guys, you're not being led. You're not respecting the conjure and the spirits that you call on. And you're not allowing them to guide you. You got your own map. You got your own GPS. And that's why you are always lost and trying to find yourself. They know exactly where you need to be. They know exactly what needs to be going on. And they know exactly what they have the ability to give you. But you out here trying to impress other people with they shit. If you want to join this train, do yourself a favor. Get your tools. Get your membership. Do not daddle. Because you're going to get left behind. And all the Apostle Eli and Chief this and Chief, you're going to be up the creek without a paddle. And if you love your people like you say you love your people, then you better get prepared. Because these crackers ain't playing with y'all. And I say y'all because I know they ain't playing with me. I have never been up under delusion. That's why I've always won. Because I know what they call me. Some in my face and some behind my back. But I know what they think of me. Just like I know what black people think about me. I'm prepared for their monkey ass too. If they jump like a frog, we gonna have a frog-led festival. That's all I gotta say. All right. Thank you for being here tonight. If you came in the middle, sorry, ma'am. Do yourself a favor. Go back to the beginning of it. Try to get as much nectar out of this particular live. Share this. Hit like button. I said this. I'm gonna say this in my closing. I'm not here to be popular. I'm gonna be famous, but popular is what the people like. I'm gonna be famous for the truth that I tell, cause that gonna outlast any fad, any trend. And you keep making your bed hard. Don't think I'm gonna feel bad cause you got lean, cause I'm not. All right, I'll see y'all on tomorrow.